Here in heat number one. They're in turns 3 and 4. Tubbs going to step on the gas, and away we go. And going into 1 and 2, good battle for the lead, and it's going to be Kyle Pfeiffer on the outside. He'll take the lead. Tubbs back to that second spot. Here comes Dominic Teifelt, and Tubbs a little slow, and he's going to be making his way into the pits possibly. And Tubbs is going to stop out on the track. Your leader still Kyle Pfeiffer. Then Teifelt. Here comes Sterling down to the bottom. Caution going to be out for Tubbs. Flags back in the air for the stock cars. Pfeiffer going to lead him down into 1 and 2. Then Teifelt. And working that outside is going to be Sterling and Holloway. Holloway drops it to the bottom. Sterling now to the outside of Teifelt. That's the battle for second. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Sterling using that high side. Holloway going to follow right in his tire tracks as the 3-car battle for that second spot, and they're going to freight train him. Sterling to second, Holloway to third, Teifelt back to that 4th spot, and then it's Bauer and Portnier. Up front, it is still 54P Kyle Pfeiffer as they go into 3 and 4. Sterling trying to gain a little ground on that high side. Out of turn number 4, it's still Pfeiffer up front. Here comes Sterling and Holloway. Sterling trying to catch up, making a little ground up on that high side through the corners. Pfeiffer bottom feeder right around the bottom of the track. It's working so far. Here comes Holloway trying to take that second spot away from Chad Sterling. They're going to go side by side maybe in 1 and 2. Not going to work. Sterling's going to hold him off. Holloway back into that 3rd spot as they go down the back straightaway. Sterling trying to find something to work to get up front and challenge Pfeiffer for the lead. As he continues up front, he'll lead another lap. But Sterling trying to close a little ground, going to go up into that high side, 1 and 2. Power back down to the bottom. He found something that works. He'll pull up to the back bumper down the back straightaway. They're going to go into 3 and 4, see if he'll do it again. Up a little higher. No, he'll get up out of the groove. A little too high. Here comes Holloway. And Shaylin Holloway, your new second place car. Sterling and Teifelt in 3rd and 4th. Your leader, still the 54P Kyle Pfeiffer. Now Teifelt down to the bottom side of Sterling, trying to make that work in 3 and 4. White flag, 1 more lap to go for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, Holloway, Sterling, Teifelt, and Portnier, your top 5. Bauer right outside, knocking on the door of Portnier as they go down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Heat number 1. In your IMCA stock cars, it's going to go to the 54P Kyle Pfeiffer. It's going to be Davis and Woken, Tipton, Rutherford, Zimmerman, and Remus. 8 laps the distance, and here we go. And Casey Woken going to be the early leader in 1 and 2. Tipton sticks his nose in on Davis, trying to take that second spot. Now to the outside. Believe that's Robert Rutherford trying to make something happen. And he's going to slide way up there as Woken leads lap number 1. That is Rutherford. He'll move to the back now. Nolan Remus, deck lid flapping in the breeze there as battle for the second spot. Tyler Tipton, Jason Davis. Woken up front, side by side in 3 and 4. Little bit of contact there. Rubbins racing. All is fine. And at the line, it's Tyler Tipton. And Tipton gets a little slidey. That'll move Davis up there by about a full car length. Remus up off the top of the track. He'll come back. Woken, Davis, Tipton, Remus, your top 4. Tipton still trying to find a way around Jason Davis. Going to try the high side. Davis comes up right in front of him. Tipton looking low, trying to get a nose in there. Can't make it happen. Now Tipton tries that high side. Going to shoot it down to the bottom. Davis slides up a little bit. Woken still on point as the cars go into 1 and 2. Woken, Davis, Tipton, Remus. And then it will be Zimmerman. Tipton still trying to get a nose in there. Side by side in 3 and 4. That's the battle for that second spot. Davis still able to hold them off as they go down the front straightaway. Here comes the 8. Remus trying to make something happen. These guys going after it, battling. That's allowed him to close up. Tipton still trying to stick a nose in there in 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Remus following right in Tipton's tracks as Tipton dives low. He'll stay high. Still side by side at the stripe. Battle for that second spot. Woken starting to drive away. He's loving this. And slide job. Tipton going to take that second spot. And here comes Remus trying to take third away from Jason Davis. Woken's going to see the white flag. One more lap this time by for the 35 JW. And side by side for the third spot. Remus looking low on Davis. Trying to make something happen. Got his nose in there. He's got the whole car in there. Down the back straightaway. Still side by side. Checkered flag. It's going to be Casey Woken. Tyler Tipton, but the battle's still on for that third spot. Jason Davis. Remus, and then it will be Cody Zimmerman rounding out as drivers getting ready to go. Final heat for your stock cars. 8 laps. Wagner and Heim going to lead them to the start. And green flags in the air. Heim's got the early advantage in 1 and 2 on the outside. Here comes Schoenberger trying to make something happen. He's battling side by side for the second spot. Colin Heim looking to make it 3 wide, gets out of it. But the battle is on for that second spot as your leader, Chris Heim. Brother Colin says, hey, I want to be up front too. He's to the high side of Schoenberger, gives him a little tap, tell him you got to get out of the way because I'm in a hurry. Here he comes to the bottom side. Chris up front, Colin battling Schoenberger for that second spot. Rogers there as well, Wagner and Mifflin. And Rogers to the bottom side of Heim. That's side by side for the third spot, but it's a 3-way battle for second. Schoenberger, Rogers, Heim. Your 3 cars dueling it out as Chris still up front out of turn number 4. Jason Rogers trying to get around these two, says he wants to have a chance to lead this thing. Schoenberger, Rogers, Colin Heim. Your 3-car battle for the second spot. Good battle there as Chris continues to lead as they go out of turn number 4. Rogers looking on the bottom side of Schoenberger. He's gotten around Heim. Now side by side for that second spot. Schoenberger a little higher. Rogers down around the bottom. Colin Heim in there and well. Colin Heim turns it to the bottom, trying to make something happen. As still, now it's a 4-car battle as B.J. Wagner to the high side. He's caught up. He's going to go side by side for the 4th spot with Colin Heim. Not going to make it happen. Rogers still looking low on Schoenberger. He's trying to get around. Is now B.J. going to go to the pits. As Jason, Schoenberger and Rogers still continue to duke it out for that second spot. Chris Heim walking away, and now Rogers is going to take second. And Mifflin slow on the back straightaway. White flag, 1 more lap for Chris Heim. And Shannon Mifflin going to take his car into the pits. Has now the car starting to string out. Heim, Rogers, Schoenberger, and Heim here for your final heat. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be the Hoxie hotshot, Chris Heim.